All right, guys. Eagles 215 back at you again. I'm gonna just go over a few key points that I have in mind. I don't, just go over a few things. This week we got the Titans, which we should win. The game was a pretty good game. Carson Wentz actually did a tremendous job due to you got to really think about the weather. The weather was a big thing. It's hard to hold the ball and it's hard to catch a wet ball, being as though, sometimes the balls were probably a little wet. Number two, I want to hit on something as far as, Jalen Mills did get burnt again. I just think that he's okay, but he's just not good as far as a deep threat. When it comes to deep threat, Jalen Mills just gets torched every time. A fast receiver can kill Jalen Mills, give him a long night at the end of the day. So, between that and between Carson just basically needing Alshon back just to stretch the field, open up some lanes. We need him to get that safety over. So the safety, the safety can't come in the box for one, or the safety has to go over there and double him. And, we have maybe two tight ends depending on the play calling or, the actual formation. Another thing I want to touch on, Jordan Matthews did a good job. He came in, made 2 catches. Just that security blanket that Carson Wentz really needed. You know what I mean? Carson Wentz really needed that security blanket. Another thing, I just wanted to touch on, Dallas Goedert is going to be good, people. He's not the best blocker in the world, but blocking is something that if we remember that Zach Ertz wasn't good at. He had to learn it. I don't know who was in worse shape or better shape. Dallas Goedert might be in worse shape, but he has to learn it. And I think as he goes on and as he matures in his football, football IQ, he will be able to block more. He will be able to sense, how to block and where to block. Just simple stuff like that. Hopefully we get Jay Ajayi back. Corey Clement, awesome job. I forgot the guy. Was it Adams? I forgot. I can't remember the third number. Adams, I think his name is. The other running back, the number 2. Can't remember his name off the top of my head. He did a pretty good job. Everybody did pretty solid on the running game. Like I said, Jay Ajayi's coming back, the bruiser. We need him. I call him the bruiser because he's going in there head down just to fight for yards. You know what I mean? We need that. Like I said, Carson did a good job. He picked up on he's playing like he left off. If needless to say, he's playing like he left off. We have the Titans. I don't know too much about them, but I know if we get back Alshon, we get back the running backs. That's kind of a rolling of this ball that once we started going, it's going to be hard to stop it. Once we get this ball rolling, it's very hard to stop. A key point that nobody talks about. I do watch a lot of people, like a lot of Eagles beat writers. Tim Jernigan will be back. I don't know if it's week 8 or week 6, but when he comes back, we're going to be in a very, very good state. Because you can, the D-line is doing good, but I guarantee you when Jernigan comes back, it's a whole different story. You got to always remember Tim Jernigan was very good when he played with the Ravens. He's a great defensive tackle. Like, you can't ask nothing more aggressive, gritty, stuff like that. We're going to need that. Haloti Ngata, he's a little bit old. He gets probably a little bit more winded, so we need Timmy Jernigan. So, as I said, once he comes back, things will be a whole lot better. Remember, Timmy Jernigan will be back for that defensive line. The run stopping is amazing that the Eagles have. The red zone is flawless, like bend don't break, as everybody's saying. I don't want to steal nobody cliche, and they say, oh, well, whatever. But anyway, bend don't break is exactly what it is. They'll let you get down there, but you're going to have to really fight to get it in that end zone. You know what I mean? The wide receivers didn't get the ball as much because at the end of the day, I'm telling y'all, Carson feel comfortable with not so much the guys that he knows, but it's more like the tight ends and stuff like that. He's really comfortable with them guys right now. So, I just feel like, once he gets Alshon back, he can probably spread the ball a little bit. He had to pass to Nelson Aguilar where God stuck his hand out and saved the touchdown because Lord knows Nelson Aguilar took that for a 6. You know what I mean? So, we just have to keep pushing and we got to keep focused on what we need to do as far as, a team effort. Now, getting to some other key points. Mike Wallace is hurt, which everybody knows. So, do you replace him with Kamar Aiken? Do you put Aguilar in the inside and leave him in the inside? Do you put Aguilar on the outside? My opinion, I wouldn't mind getting just a fast receiver. I don't care who he is. We need the attention to be off of these slot receivers. It doesn't matter who the slot receiver is. You figure, if you got a linebacker that can't hold him, but you need that speedy guy to pull that safety and maybe to get the safety and the cornerback on one side, which it'll open up the middle a little bit depending on if they run in whatever defense they have two or three linebackers. So like I said, guys, we just really need to, my opinion, we need a fast receiver. We got to have a fast receiver. Alshon comes back. He's the grinder. Nelson is the speedster, but he's a speedster for the inside slot. He can play all 3 positions, no doubt, not taking nothing away from him. He definitely can do that. He definitely earned his right the past year or 2, whatever. He stepped up. He showed what he can do. Now, the thing about it is, can we, make it with this roster that we have, wide receiver wise? It's going to be the big question, guys. It's very, very important. But like I said, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what we can do. And hopefully we get the kicker situation, hopefully he gets that together. We don't need you missing field goals. Yeah, you made a 60-yarder. You saved a lot. But, this year you're actually messing up. Missing field goals. You missed 2-3 field goals last week, something like that. Gotta step it up, man. We are a Super Bowl champion team. We need you to come through in the clutch. That's the key word about this. We need players to come through in the clutch. Clutch. It's not about, in the first quarter I did this. It's really about 4th and 3rd and stepping up. Hopefully Rodney McLeod is okay. I haven't seen or heard any updates on that. I think he got a little nicked up on one specific play, but hoping all is well with him. The trade thing, I don't know who the 49ers even have to entertain a trade, to be honest. I really don't know, but we can't accept nothing lower than their top 2 or 3 player, Super Bowl MVP, and you need to probably give us a first round. My opinion, I just think once we really get this thing rolling and, we can get that fast player, it'll open up a whole bunch because Mike Wallace is going to be hurt for a little while. I don't know what week, but if I'm correct, it's 9 or 10. I can't remember, or they're assuming whatever. But Matthews did good. Aguilar did good. Aguilar's playing in a spot that he's not really comfortable with, but he knows how to play it. But he's actually he'll be fine. You know, we just got to get him the ball at the right times. Kamar Aiken, you know, I don't know about that, whatever, but hopefully Alshon comes back to fill that void. Guys, we need him to come back for the simple fact of you need to draw the safety over there to him. 9 times out of 10, somebody like Alshon Jeffrey's a big receiver. They're going to have to double him. Not because he's fast, because he's so big. Somebody that big can win a matchup easily. It's like doing a jump ball in basketball. You know, you throw the jump ball up. You got your guys trying to swat. If I got a point guard and you got a center, my center's gonna get it every time. You know what I mean? It's kind of simple. So, you know, we really need Alshon back to pull some of the tension of the defense over on his side. You know, that way you can free up Nelson. That way you can free up Jordan Matthews. You know, you can free some guys up. You know, so they can get a chance to actually kind of, you know, get their one-on-ones and show their little talent what they have. So, you know, like I said, guys, I mean, you know, I think we're okay this week. Hopefully we get our running backs back. Hopefully we get McLeod back. And hopefully we get back Alshon Jeffries, which would be good timing. Unfortunately, what happened to Mike Wallace, you know, but to me, I feel like, you know, Mike Wallace didn't do too much in the preseason, and he didn't do a whole lot in the regular season. I'm not saying give up on him, but I'm just saying, hey, you had your time to show me. You didn't really show us a whole lot. You know, we're Super Bowl team. We need people to make plays, and we need people to be consistency. That's what's going to make this team get back to the Super Bowl. It's not so much who you got, how you do it. Carson Wentz, as you see, he's pretty consistent. He's flinging the ball around. He even can show what he can do with his legs. That's being consistent. He's a consistent player. He watches his film. He knows what to do. You got to know what you do. You got to know what to do against your opponent. So, like I said, I'm not saying the gold and all that, but he's a very special and elite player in Carson Wentz. Zach Ertz, Dallas Goedert, like I said, awesome job. You guys are awesome because you know, blocking everybody can work. So everybody's not a blocking tight end. I feel like, to be honest, you're either going to be a blocking or you're going to be receiving. Not being no Patriots fan, Gronk, somebody like Gronk, he's both. I don't really watch Jason Kelce like that, but I think he's pretty solid on both sides. So, you know, with saying that, I think that Zach Ertz is kind of both too. And you have to get Dallas Goedert on the bandwagon. You have to. You know, you just need to practice some blocking. I'll never forget, I seen Zach Ertz practicing against Jason Peterson. I think it was after practice. You know, he lined up with him. He lined up with him and, you know, whatever. And that's what you need to go forward. You need to learn how to block people. But Dallas will be okay, you know. He'll be okay. I need everybody, before you leave, to like, subscribe. Like and subscribe to my channel. I will be doing Eagles videos. I am a very big Eagle fan. Like and subscribe, man. Like and subscribe. Peace out. Catch y'all next time.